Okay, should be live now. Mic is good. Game is good. The music stuff is running. I need to bring it down just a wee bit. Okay. Let's see. Let's get this going on mine. And I'm just gonna, if you hear a double sound, that's me watching. Okay, sick. That's what we do. The brightness down on that. I don't believe Tom will be with us tonight, but that's cool. We fly anyways. So let's see, I need to do this way you guys can see what I'm looking at here in the land of VR. Okay, that's working. I need to set as arrival. We need to come all the way back over here to, there's Gold Coast. Let's see. What? That's not where we're going. There's Quilpy. Okay, we did that yesterday. But we ended up going up to Windorah. Set as departure. Going to be in the 125 today. Actually, I want to do the factory one. Let's see. Livery, whatever. Manage fuel, all of it. A lot of flying to do today. Saving back, as you can see, we're out of range there. But we're going to be stopping in Birdsville. From what I understand. And that should give us the range we need. Because we have to cross this entire fucking desert here. I think these are all just grass strips or unimproved runways that are closer. Santa Teresa Airport. You'd think something with the name airport would be paved, but we're in the bush. The bush. Flight conditions should be live. Which means I need to refix this. Okay. Good to go as far as that's concerned. Click here. Yep, today's just gonna be a push. Pretty boring day, so let's get into it. I think Georgia Plane Spotting's on vacation. We are here doing this. See, escape. Let's do online. East USA, 68 milliseconds. Save that. Bless me. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. Let's get going. Resume. Got my pointer. Okay. Wow, it almost put me straight in the cockpit. That's nice. Actually, I'm curious what it checklists me. Pre-flight. Assume we did all the outside stuff. Internal fuses and breakers. Turnaround check. Cowlings locked. Doors before starting engine. Ah, okay, yeah. I didn't know there was anything special that it was requiring. Okay, we need rotor brake off, battery on, anti-collision lights on, fuel pumps on. Turn that to day. Brightness all the way up on these because it is bright out here. In the middle of the desert. Fuel pumps on, engine on, guard is down, our throttle is all the way down, got all the controls ready to go. Robert, thank you, I'm doing well here. I think you're the only person in here right now. I believe, hold on there, bud. I believe Tom said he was out and about doing things and stuff today, and I think Georgia Plane Spotting's on vacation, so you're first visitor today. See, that's starting to crank up now. Good to see, good to see. N1's above 80, so we can turn generator and everything on. Horn will fuss at us for a minute, so I'll turn it off. Yeah, today we'll be on the quieter side of a stream unless you got something you want to talk about, because we just got a lot of flying over the desert to do. So, it's going to be a game of how unbored could I be flying over the desert. Okay, now we can put the horn on. Sick. Let's see, which way are we facing? We're kind of facing that, so we need to go left. Yep, because that's where it came in. Windorah traffic, this is helicopter 420 Foxtrot Whiskey, call sign Falkwagon. We are on the ramp looking for departure. On runway something. On runway 04. And we'll depart around to the south and start heading to the west. Windorah traffic. Hey, I appreciate you being in here, and I appreciate you enjoying it. We have fun some days, other days we're just pushing, and today is just pushing. Okay, I'm slowly pulling up on the collective. Let me get my headset straight. Hold up a second. Okay, I'm slowly pulling up on the collective. We'll need a little bit of a right pedal on this particular helicopter. As you can see, we started twisting to the left some. I'm actually going to follow the procedure a little bit here. Why? Why not? Holding short. This is a helicopter Falkwagon holding short, runway 04, Windorah traffic. We're entering the runway and we're going to go clear right, clear left. And we'll do a running start. Airspeed's live. V1 rotate, or whatever the airplane people say. Positive rate, gear up. Or, again, look at this. There's nothing out here. Helicopter fuck wagon turning crosswind into downwind. Come back to parallel on the runway. We'll get just past this thing here and start our right turn and grab a heading. Yep. And I think now we just we do a straight and level thing for a bit. When I say for a bit, I mean a lot. I'm gonna set up a direct to. So we have like a secondary type thing, and it will also give us 182 nautical miles. Miserable. Where are we, Sean? What year is it? Who are you? We're in the middle of Australia. We are flying to the middle of Australia. The year is Australia. It's the year of Australia. And I am America. We found oil. We got 180 miles to fly in this direction, and then like 200 something miles to fly in another direction. But we have to hit this airport first, or else we're not going to make it fuel wise. So there's that. Today would have been a good day for the 160. Hello, Bwin. Bwini. Belen, I'm going on a date tomorrow. She's Hispanic. Is there anything I should be warned about? Do I need to wear a stab vest? Yeah, Tom lives somewhere under one of these bushes. He leaves during the summer, though, because that's when it starts flooding out. I can't tell you where we're going, because then you're going to show up. Just know it's not going to be romantic, and I plan on blowing her back out. Trying to open something while also flying straight. Okay, I've got my drugs open. Perfect. I should definitely show off my Spanish skill. Hola, lady. Tu madre es muy fácil. Tu necesito un pene en tu culo. There's a plane coming towards me. What? It looks like it's basically on the path that I'm on. That's weird. Oh, There it is. RXA5661. Vision jet. Or at least it's marked as a vision jet. Yeah, tu necesita mis pene into culo. Is that correct Spanish, or do I need to tweak that? Hey, look, only 173 miles left. I don't like this area. It's making me... Sorry, I'm sending another message because I couldn't read yours because it wasn't at the bottom of the screen yet. Don't mind my alt, I'm just moving your thing up. It's making you itchy. Yeah, dude. This whole area of Australia just feels like gangrene. Yeah, don't mind my little alt down there typing HHHHH. We just didn't have enough messages in the chat for your messages to get behind the little like button on the bottom corner. I couldn't read what your last word was. Okay, that's too quick of a progress. Let's do it there. Yeah, I like that. I can see that desert up there. That line is right there. Cool, cool. Tom's Homes. Looks like an old person's skin after hitting the beach without sunscreen. It looks like a seed oil enjoyer hitting the beach without sunscreen. Me, I get red for about a day, and then it's gone. It's great. Varicose veins and bruises. So, Sean, did you have to speak Spanish to her to land yourself a Latina baddie? Or did you have another tactic that you used? I feel like you're trying to set me up for failure here. Six people watching. Welcome to the an episode that's just slightly better than doing a water crossing. Ground speed 130 knots. Okay, cool. We have a 15 knot tailwind right here. I'll take it. I got room to pour a little bit more power in as well. Yeah, Sean, I stopped by the, I feel like she reeled me in more than I reeled her in. So you're saying that you're the reacher. What was I saying? Oh yeah, anyways, went to the gun store today. And, one of my friends, he works there. It's a Quiet Riot, the one that I told you about. But they had a Polonium K there, and I was like, damn, it's almost tempting to get it. Although I don't want to spend the $200 on the tax stamp because it's looking like the old big beautiful bill may go through. I'm not calling you desperate, I'm just saying that you were like, okay, cool. Sean's got the tall gene, he can compensate, but I don't have. Yeah, the Polonium K was speaking to me. And the Fat Cat was also kind of speaking to me, but I'd rather wait for the Spectre's cat, T-Swift. Yeah, Lynn, not desperate. Yeah, no, I'm going to buy all the public land. I hope it goes through so the land goes for sale and I can just buy it all. That's obviously the plan, right? No, I legitimately hope that they take that whole public land for sale shit off of there. I don't even know what the fuck they were thinking. I don't know of anybody on either side of the aisle that goes like, oh cool, this is a good idea. Let's just sell public land in the middle of the fucking desert, because you know what that's going to turn into? Phoenix 2.0. We don't need another Phoenix, Arizona. That fucking city's already an affront to God. They need to send it through without the land thing. That would be great. And they also need to revoke all, like, was it H1Bs or H11Bs? Just get rid of those. Oh, imagine if they decided to donate that land and build Israel 2.0 and just give up on the one out there. Gross. Here comes Desert 1. Too much desert today. Who else would have the... China. China comes in and buys all the land. They're like, whoa, hold up a second. Well, you already sold them all the fucking farmland. Yeah, I'm unsure what even the purpose of doing that was. Like, I understand that it's the ownership of property costs money. No, there is maintenance in land, even if it's just like dead property. There's still maintenance that has to be done on it. And you still have to pay people to do stuff with it. So I can see that getting rid of that much land and selling it, cool, there's dollars that come into your pocket, but there's also money that's saved from... I'm facing slightly to the right. That's better. But there's also, you know, like employees that you have to pay to take care of this property and stuff. It'll be a winter home for the nuclear winter. But I bought more iodine tablets just to make sure I was stocked up on them. I'm good for a decade now. Great. Just a lot of this. Thanks, Australia. All this to go see a nipple. Boys will be boys. Am I right? A little airstrip down there somewhere. I think I see. Let me turn on my cheater brackets real quick. Oh no, it's way down there. My scale is way off. Blah blah blah. Anyways, yeah. Don't want to be giving that land up or away. As much as I don't want the government owning the land, when it's under BLM management, it's just there and it kind of exists and nobody can touch it. And I'd rather see that. I'd rather see them shut down a lot of the people coming in, because I don't want... I understand city centers are going to exist and people are going to live in cities and high population density areas. I understand that's always going to exist. Unless you are Wyoming. And in that case, then high population density doesn't exist in Wyoming. But it's like, ooh, if we're letting more people in, or people are coming in and these extra visas are coming in, like we need them to have a place to be able to live or whatever. It's like, no, we just don't let them in. There's a lot of no talent people coming in, not contributing anything, and we don't need that. As long as there are unemployed people here, for the most part, we don't need to bring anybody in. Like, obviously, there are going to be people, when I say unemployment, I mean people who are looking to get work, are going and chasing work. But, like, there will always be people who are unemployed. But as far as, like, talented people who are trying to get unemployment, basically, as long as that exists, like, we shouldn't really be bringing anybody in. There are some exceptions, obviously. But it's like, if we don't have a country that can take care of the people who are already here, then why are we trying to bring extra people in? And for those people that are super, super highly skilled or talented or whatever in their division, like, yeah, obviously we can bring those in, but you look at immigration policies in places like Australia. Like, I was looking at moving there down here at one point, and you have to be sponsored to get in, or you have to be able to do a job to a level that nobody else in the area or in the country can practically do to the same level that you can. It's like, okay, cool, if you're the world's best, let's just say you're a pastry chef, and you come down here, or you want to come down here because you want to work at a pastry shop in downtown Sydney. Like, no, you can't come in here and do that. Even if you're a really, really good pastry chef, like, you can't. They have to try to find somebody who lives here, who is looking for the work to get the job. And that makes sense. Yay, politics on Multi-Shot Matt. That's what you all tune in for. I don't even think y'all care that I fly a helicopter. Also, if anybody's listening, how's the music volume? Is it still playing? Because we have added music to the stream, if y'all are unaware. Whatever will we cover next? Yeah, exactly. I don't even know there's things to talk about at this point. Start calling this call Hell Mommy. Am I competing in the podcast space now? Although I legitimately do think this would be a good podcast platform. Especially if I could have somebody, like, put on VR, or, like, have somebody's point of view be, like, right here. So that way they could either ride along and watch or whatever, but we chat the entire time. Especially if we could put, like, somebody's, like, VR avatar sitting in the seat next to me or whatever. Like, yeah, I have thought about this as I don't want to say a kickstart type thing to a podcast. Well, it's down here. But I'm very aware that this could... A little something down there, a little farm or some shit. But this could definitely turn into a podcast. If there is a way to bring people in and get them talking, and it wouldn't be the easiest If it could be modded in, it'd kill. Yeah, I think so. Because, like, I listen to the helicopter podcast pretty religiously. I started it back in, like, November or something, and I didn't touch any music or another podcast until I was done with that particular show because I wanted to catch up on it. Because I was like, oh, cool, I wonder if anybody does a helicopter podcast. And guess what? Somebody does. Obviously, there's a couple of them. But like, this would be a neat thing to come into, and I don't want to say, like, especially just for the Around the World series. Then you pick up the heli to accommodate a number of guests. Nah, I don't want to have, like, a lot of guests, because I feel like people just start talking over each other. Unless you're in a room together with no latency, then for the most part, I think, like, you should really keep it, like, 1 or 2 guests at max. Multiple people, it's much better in my opinion if they're all next to each other. But yeah, like, it'd be a good way, because you could talk about stuff, and if they're watching the same thing you are in the stream, or if you're able to get them as a second person sitting in here, especially if it's VR, to where they can look around and, you know, be immersed, like, that would be sick. But I have no idea how you would even go about that. I don't know what the best way to even think about doing that would be. Like, would they have to have on their computer the sim and have a computer strong enough to run all the graphics processing for looking back and forth? Or would you have to, would there be a way to send around, like, a traveling headset to people to where they can load in on their computer and do, like, a wire in or something like that, to where they can do, like, TeamViewer or something, like a TeamViewer way to do that? That'd be sick. That would be a lot of product development as well to get to that point. But yeah, podcasting while doing this would be interesting. It's definitely, and it would also be possible where if somebody was to be a guest, if I was doing an around the world stint, I don't want to say they could phone in, but it's almost to a thing where they could phone in, you know, and, like, okay, cool, and now that you see it's 150 UTC here at the top right of our thing, we can have Helicopter Billinson call in, and he's going to ride with us for an hour and talk about whatever. Let's talk about the crippling feeling of impending doom and death. I don't have that feeling. That feeling does not exist to me. I don't think you would have it either if you just tell the feeling to not exist in you. That typically works. How can this area be like this? Also, I haven't flown in the Sahara yet, so I don't know have any idea how bad the Sahara Desert is. But I'm assuming it's probably worse than this. But yeah, crippling fear of impending doom and death? No big deal. I'm kind of in that camp of nothing ever happens, but when something does happen, it's nowhere near as bad as it actually is, because it's all being blown out of proportion by mainstream media. Just like if you look at all of the just girly things. Just like if you look at the media coming out of the No Kings riots. Like, the actual rioting took place in, like, 2 square blocks of the cities where things were, where the protests were at. Everything else was, for most part, peaceful. But then you also see on the media, for the peaceful side being shown, it's a whole bunch of young people being pro this, pro whatever. But when you look at the pictures of the people who actually showed up, it was like a whole bunch of like 60 and 70-year-old people showing up to these protests. Kittens and sunshine, please. Just my brain, tee-hee, I'm okay and stable. No, just tell your brain to stop thinking about that. It's literally that simple. Ooh, something on LinkedIn just sent me a message that said, real estate agents licensing. Cool, I've never looked up that. Why are you sending me that? Oop, we're passing over something. It's a square water hole. No, you'll just find other things that are like repressed behind that. Simple, easy, no big deal. Great, only 120 miles to Birdsville. I thought we were much closer. It's gonna be a long day. No, you don't understand. Berlin literally just only is impending doom. It's so hard to take drugs while flying. Look here, no frame of reference, no idea if I'm going up, down, or sideways. Oh, we're going sideways. Oh, actually, about your message where you use tee-hee, I don't care, JK, whatever. I got a meme. I'll send Mr. Sean real quick. Let's see. Sean Scott. That's what you reminded me of when you said that, so just steal his phone. Oh no, the dogs hear something. Suboptimal. Okay. I want to send you something else just because somebody sent it to me and I want to find it later. Anyways, you should fly with your eyes closed. Okay, they're totally closed right now. Totally closed right now. Oop, back open. Look, I'm going straight. Nothing went wrong. No, we want to keep the speed up. 140 knot air, 135 knot airspeed, 147 knot ground speed. Those are the numbers that we want. Me flying with my eyes closed is just turning the stream off. Guys, look, I promise they're closed. You can just hear it. Your eyes are closed too. Yeah, today's a boring episode. I do not expect big numbers whatsoever. People are going to click in and go like, man, he's just flying over dirt. And guess what? That's Australia. Oh, also, you missed it, but day before yesterday, Tom guessed what the secret product was. So with that said, I think I'm not going to sell it in mason jars. I've ordered some like wax lined heat sealable paper bags to do testing with. And if I can like put a correct portion in that, then I can sell it. I don't say buy the bag, but like a box of like 10 bags or something. And be much more cost efficient, I think. I would believe. We'll see. Gotta do research on legalities and stuff like that also. Talk to the farm shops that would most likely be selling it. Okay, that's that 2 of drugs done. So that's 125, so yeah. Even here, there's only a 10-knot wind. Sean, you should figure out what my tailwinds are. That's usually Tom's job, but he's no longer with us. He's doing something today, but he's just not with us. Roads over there. Check the Discord real quick. Sorry, Discord. This new phone's great, except like it hasn't learned my texting yet. Is he? Probably. Luckily this airport was relatively in line. It was only like a 10 or 15 minute detour to go this way. But that's still not quite the angle that we'd be feeding off leaving. Otherwise we would have been going like here, so it's not far off, but it's still a bit off, you know? He's not in a wall per se, maybe a horizontal wall of concrete under a building. That's what happens when you give me bad flight information. He said, no, Australia will be cool. I got a whole bunch of cool destinations set up. And now look at us. Just flying over dirt. Can't believe it. Absolutely horrid. I'm tempted to end the flight once we get to Birdsville here and swap into the H-160 or the 145 in autopilot. Because then we could maintain like a 160 speed. Which, I mean, we're doing 161 knots now. We're doing good. I just have to touch the controls the whole time right now. But in the 145 or 160, I could just let Jesus take the wheel, you know? A little house down there or something. Don't know what it'd be picking up on out here. I don't think there's actually a house. It picked up on something I thought was a house. Heading. Okay, good enough. Yeah, we're just burning today. Nothing exciting. Sit back, take a nap, let the gentle hum of the helicopter lull you to sleep. Tomorrow, either tomorrow or Saturday, whatever day I stream, the next stream is Nipple Day, so that's cool. And then it'd be like another day or two of kind of sort of this. Yeah, the big thing is the next stream should be Nipple Day. Do Australians go to school opposite times that Americans do, where their summer break is actually like when it's warm outside, or are they off school when it's cold outside? These are just the questions that you don't know. Going around a hill? I can see more road straight up ahead up there. So yeah, I think it looks like it's going around. Oh, we're on a slightly higher ground level here. Yeah, we're elevated here. Interesting. You hear they have houses in school like Hogwarts. Somebody I know posted the Harry Potter books if X was true or whatever. And one of them was like, it showed the giant stack of books, and it showed like one book, and it was like Harry Potter if Harry actually was put into Slytherin like he was supposed to be. feel like we're probably going to the same place that this road is going. That would make sense, right? Slow-ass drivers. I wonder how busy this road is, like in real life. Getting some lag spikes. I don't know if y'all can see those. I would assume so. Imagine being on this road, the speed limit's like 55. There's a cop sitting out here and he enforces it. Good night, Sean. Good night, Belinda. Thank you for dropping in and getting some comments going. Much appreciated. Y'all too sleep good. I'll try not to get stabbed tomorrow. That being said, I'm going to turn off the screen on my phone for a bit and just lock in and fly. 80 nautical miles. We're doing 160 knots airspeed, so we're 30 minutes from destination, or not from midpoint destination. So I'll tune back in here. So we're just going to kind of focus in for a bit. So, everybody just hold on, relax, enjoy. I'll check messages here in a bit. Oop, that froze really big on me. My headset's doing the weird thing again. Okay. Strange. Haven't had that happen in a while. I wonder what the cause would be. So I'm curious if that came through on the stream. P.S. You're more likely to get bit by. I'll wear my bite vest. Not a stab vest, it's a bite vest. If it gives us a toothpick yet. Yeah, way out there. There is nothing out here. Americans would see this and be like, you know what? We should build a town called Phoenix, Arizona right here. So that's an actual river right there. Or something. A lot of green. Little airstrip there. Yeah, that definitely feeds into a river of some sort. It goes down by Birdsville, I think's where we're going. Looks like not a shitload of anything down here. Actually, I'm going to pause for just a second. Turn the music up just a wee bit. There we go. Oh. Also, the second half of today's journey is going to look a lot like this with these long sand dunes. In case anybody was wondering. Just a taste of what's to come. Don't mind. Whoa. Is that water over there? Very well could be. Yeah, that's definitely water. And clean water. I mean, I'm sure it probably provides water for most people and place things out here, but the lake's definitely not clean. Oh. 58 miles to our midpoint. +150 knot ground speed, looking good. Gives me about 20 minutes. There's an intersection. Could follow the road, but we're going to keep going as the crow flies. Save some distance. Another little lake out here. It's like I can see where I'm going, but it's just never getting any closer. Ground speed 153 knots. We can touch that up a little bit. Beanie, we finally found you 167 knots ground. Also, for anybody tuning in, pretty long, pretty boring day today. So we're just kind of cruising. If you have anything you want to say, pipe in and say it. I'm checking chat not as often, but I'll get to it eventually if you do want to hop in and say something. We're close, 36 miles to our first point. Oh, just a little less than a halfway point. And then from there, as you can see, this is our first leg. Second leg. Across the desert. Not fun. Even happens out here? What is Australia other than just a beautiful east coast with a whole bunch of metal? Out here for some reason. For some reason, somebody needs to get out here for something. I wonder how much property like this cost. It's like one of those things where I don't know, this is all government owned or owned by somebody as a giant ranch where cows just come out here and exist, or what? And if so, I wonder what the cost like per acre is, because it can't be much. You could have 1,000 acres out here and be poor. Hey, little hills out here. What do you know? I'm just going to assume these are Aborigine artifacts. I mean, they gotta be, right? Ooh. I wonder if this is what the Mars helicopter feels like. There's a little something up here on the right. But what? YRSB. Unknown. What are you? Rosebirth Airport. It's like a fucking airport. There's anything near it that actually looks like an airport. I'm assuming it's a grass strip regardless. And it might even be that, or... It's not 27. It's gotta be some sort of size. Maybe something there. Who knows? Okay, so we can start to see the river that's on the map there, which is to the right. Up ahead of us as well, which means the airport that we're going to is on the other side of that. And as you can see, we're only 22 miles from our midpoint destination here, which is just right there on the other side. So, Nick, crash? No crashing. Sorry, I didn't see your message till now. Super slow night, so I'm not checking messages as often. What was that? Is this the Nick that I assume it is? Oh no, I see a profile picture of a helicopter. So it's definitely not the Nick I'm thinking about. I don't think he would have a helicopter profile picture. But anyways, Nick, welcome to the stream. Oh, it is you? Why would you have a helicopter profile picture? Thought you were a fixed wing guy. And you basically have a 125 as your profile picture from what it looks like in the super small frame. But you're going to tell me it's a 130 and I want to say, okay, cool, you have a 125 with extra steps. I don't see an airport there. I don't even see an unimproved runway, I just see dirt. Yeah, thanks for dropping in. Much appreciated. Glad to see you here. Look, we can't all be as cool as you. I mean, you can. Doesn't take too much effort. Although I think you technically could be considered cooler than me. But except I mean, mine's custom drawn by the man Nathan himself, so. I would much rather the picture be an in real life picture of me piloting a helicopter. That would be very cool. But we're stuck with not that, so. Yeah, today, super long, boring day. We're just finishing our first leg, which is Windorah to Birdsville, which is that. And now we're going to land, top off on fuel, and do Birdsville to Alice Springs, which will be just about twice as long. I don't think Birdsville's a towered airport. Is there a tower here anywhere? Probably not. I don't see anything. Birdsville traffic. This is helicopter 420 Foxtrot Whiskey. Call sign Fuckwagon. We are 13 miles to your east, inbound for the ramp for a splash of gas, and we're going to get out of your hair. Birdsville traffic. Probably should set my altitude to 12 miles to the east, 1,000 foot inbound. Whatever. Anyways. Fuckwagon don't give a shit. Hey, the road's rejoined us back up after detouring up near the river. Meow. Who the hell's meowing on frequency? Meow. Yeah, I would eventually like to get into a that server or something where there is somebody that is playing as ATC. Sorry about that, readjusting my seating position. But also, there's a AI ATC thing called Say Intentions, I think. 125, 1215. No, we're on 124.850 right now. I think Birdsville's even. Yeah, it's just on Unicom. And technically I was on the wrong station, but whatever. $122.9. Okay, let's see. Still doing 154 knots over the ground, but we got time. We don't have to slow down way early like those stinky airplanes do. Fly over this little depressing ass river right here. Although I'm not going to get low. You haven't been here on the other days unless you've just been quiet. But apparently, the way that Australia has been built in this game, there's a lot of bad photogrammetry rendering details where there's just like floating shit that will kill me. One of my rules is if I crash where it's my fault, I will restart from our last fuel stop. And the other day, crashed a couple of times, but I was just like flying, and like I didn't do anything, and just SOL, sorry bud, you know. So, I argued that one with the boys. They were saying, restart, restart. I was like, hey, go back, rewatch it. If it was something my fault, I will gladly go back and restart. But then I was able to replicate the crash. So I decided at that point that wasn't worth me restarting because I didn't do anything wrong. No reason to punish me for doing the right thing. Okay, now that we're close, we'll start slowing down. Birdsville traffic, helicopter, fuck wagon. 1 mile to your east, inbound from the ramp. Birdsville traffic. Got to go, have fun, dude. Give Dino an extra calzone. Hell yeah. Dino will have all the calzone. Thanks for dropping in. Orange Jeep, what's going on, dude? Glad you're here. Ain't much going on tonight, just a lot of fucking desert flying. We're doing a double leg just to make it where our next stream we will be at the nipple of Australia, as it is lovingly called. I keep losing sound. Are y'all losing sound? Which I have music playing, obviously. The new edition. I love it when airplanes materialize. Over here to the fuel stand. No, just show me. We're just going to pretend that you do not exist here, okay? You are not here because that's exactly where I need to go. Go. Get out of here, you hag. What are you even doing? I don't know. Okay, we're on the ground. Don't crash again, kid is screaming. Let's see, we're gonna add some fuel. Hello, kid. Hello, child. Okay, we're topped off on fuel. We're going to start the long journey. We set a direct to up here so that we can at least get a mileage countdown. Alice Springs. Look at all these jets just park out here rotting. That's crazy. There's a helipad over here, yeah. Direct to 323 miles. Okay, since Tom